Hiya, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Rosie Henshaw. If you're new here, then welcome. It's lovely to meet you. And if you're already existing, guys, then thank you so much for coming back. I really do appreciate it. So grab yourselves a nice cup of tea and some snacks and let's get in the video. So today I want to show you a really easy, cheap centrepiece that you can make for Easter. And to be honest with you, you could probably do this for free if you already have a lot of the stuff at home. If you don't and you have to go out and buy the items, I would say that it's going to cost you under £5, which is very, very good. But I'll go along and explain as I go along. So like I say, get your cups of teas and snacks in. I'm not having a cup of tea. I've been running errands and I just want to get in and craft while I can. So you are going to need a pot of some sort. Now I'm pretty sure you all have a vase or a jug you can use. I use a lot of jugs to put like my flowers and stuff in. I do have a large vase. I'm going to be using this one. I got this one from the range. It was a brownie sort of coloured vase and then I spray painted it. And this was about £12. There's pennies in the bottom of this. There's a little bit of floral foam. So this is what was on my dining table with my eucalyptus in it. So I'm just going to reuse what I've got. Obviously, you can use any colour pot you want, or go look around the charity shops. They have so many in there. I got a really beautiful one that I'm going to paint white for my dining table at Easter, but this is going to go in my main lounge. So any vase or pot, you can get anything like that. If you want to have a look for something super cheap, even in the pound shop, they have like these plastic fish bowls that you can obviously spray paint white if you wanted to, but I'm assuming everyone's got a vase or a jug of some sort. And then what you're going to need is some twigs. Now, this seems to never amaze me. I look on Instagram and there are companies selling twigs like this. And I know they're hazel twigs and they look beautiful for like £20 upwards. I've literally cut these from my garden. I mean, some of them had shoots on them, but I just cut them off. I just used a pair of secateurs and then just snipped them off. And to be honest with you, I just got a few. So I got 4 branches. They're quite nice branches. This was my red robin plant out there, but it was a little bit sparse and twiggy in one area. Cut these off. Obviously, if you go to a park or anything like that, I'm not suggesting you climb up trees and start cutting things off the trees. But there are always fallen parts that are on the ground which are free to take, obviously. You know, they say you should always ask the landowner's permission, but I'm pretty sure you could just get twigs and sticks anywhere, any local park. So I got some twigs and sticks from my garden, and then you're going to need some eggs. Now, I have these eggs. I'm using these. It doesn't matter that they're coloured because I'm going to be painting them anyway and decorating them. I got these from B&M last year. I think they're about £6 for these eggs. They're a nice size. But every shop, the Range, the Works, Pound Shop, anywhere, B&M do the polystyrene eggs that are plain white that you can paint yourself. They come in like a pack of like 30 for £1. So you don't obviously need to go out and buy these ones, but it saves me going out buying the polystyrene just to show you. I may as well use what I already have, otherwise it is wasteful. So obviously these would be £1. So actually you've got your twigs for free, your planter if you've already got it at home, and you can get these for £1 anywhere. So let's start off with that, so that's £1. And then you're going to need a tester pot of paint. I got this one for £1 from B&Q in the clearance. It's a Farrow & Ball Stony Ground, so like a beigey, greyish sort of colour. Wilko do tester pots for £1. You may even have leftover paint from your walls, so then it could be completely free, but you're going to need a tester pot if not. And then you're going to need some string or jute of some kind. I got this little gold string from my haberdashery. It was £1.20. And I just like this. I think it's going to go really nice. So then the only outlay really is going to be if your eggs for £1, your paint for £1, your little twine for £1. I obviously have all these, so that's £3. And then for a couple pound on Amazon, because obviously you don't need loads and loads of sheets, you only need a few for this, some gold leaf sheeting. And then we're going to get in, and it's going to look really expensive, really beautiful, but it's not going to cost a lot to make. So I'm going to start off with my twigs. I do have some floral foam left in there. It's quite funny how it looks. It has like so many holes where I just use the same one. It's wasteful, just keep putting new in there. You ain't going to need any of that, to be honest with you. I've actually moved that to the side because I want the twigs to sort of sit organically in this. Just going to arrange these to look really pretty and branch them out. Obviously, as many twigs as you need. I quite like that it's lopsided one side rather than the other. I might pop them, just a little bit of faffing and arranging. If you do want to place these into place and you don't have floral foam, because that has kind of stuck onto that bit now, what you can do is make a grid on the top with some sellotape and then plop them in that way, and then they should stand up how you want them to. Yeah, don't need the floral foam for those. So we've got my floral arrangement like this. I'm just going to pop this to the back here. So you can see that. Now we're going to make the eggs look really beautiful. So I looked online because I wanted some different coloured eggs for my tree. I don't want the pastel colours this year. I'm going to have pastel in this plate area like the kitchen. In my main lounge I'm having all golds and neutrals and hessians. So I already had loads of these. I thought I'd repurpose these. So I've just got my glue gun on. I'm just going to stick, but obviously you could do this with a little bit of like sticky glue, or you could tie these up round them if you wanted to. I'm just going to pop a tiny bit of hot glue onto the top of this, and I'm just going to put my string. A lot of eggs you can buy from the pound shop already have the string attached, so then you won't even need to buy any string. I'm just going to pop my string on the top nicely, just crossed over like so, and then I'm going to wind it up round just so that it neatens it up on the hot glue so it doesn't look all bumpy and ugly. A bit like my hair does today. Bumpy and ugly. Can't help my hair, it just always gets bumps in it, whether I like it or not. And then I'm gonna tie that over there. So then what you end up with is just like a little twist on the top. I'm gonna trim that with scissors to get the other part cut off. And that looked really nice. And then you've got like a little tie. I'm not going to lift it up just yet, just because I want to let it dry it completely solid. Then you're going to need a paintbrush. So I just use a little leftover makeup brush. I use an old makeup brush. I find it's the softest way to paint these. And I'm just going to paint these eggs in like a beige colour, really nice and thickly all over. It doesn't have to be, oh, that's lucky. It doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of a good idea to do one side and then hang it from the tree while you do the other side. I'm not going to show you the other side of this just because I need to hold it, but another tip is as well, you can always sort of pop a stick in the bottom of these. It'll be easy with the polystyrene ones. Pop a stick in them, pop them into floral foam, and they can stand up and spray paint these. This is what I was going to do because I had some white spray paint. I was going to do them in a white instead. But it is so windy where I live. I just knew that everything from everyone's garden was just going to blow all over them, all the dirt and the mud, and it would just be ridiculous. So you're probably going to need to give these a second coat maybe, depending on what tester you're using. But I'm going to cover it one side like that, and then literally all I'm going to do is get some of my gold leaf, or you can use silver leaf if you'd like or prefer. I'm going to sort of scrunch it up so it looks really pretty and rustic, and I'm just going to pop this onto the painted egg. Now you could wait until this goes a little bit tacky, or you could wait until this is completely dry and then do this step with some glue, some PVA glue instead. I just find I prefer to get it over and done with. I'm just a bit impatient, and I'm just gonna start putting some gold onto this. Now these are a couple pound, you can get these. I got a big pack, I think they were £5, but I also got a big pack, I think it's 100 gold leaf and 100 silver leaf. So sometimes it works out better if you do a lot of crafting just to get the bigger packs. I will link everything below that I can, and I'll even link things if you can't get to the shops and stuff. I'll even have a little link from Amazon, I think it'll be, or the Works for the foam eggs. Yeah, the Works will be better because it'll be cheaper. Have a look on there. Have some amazing crafts on there at the minute. And then I'll end up doing the whole entire egg. But I have got alternatives for you guys. I'm gonna leave gaps as well. So I wanna leave little spaces between the paint and the gold, because then it looks really, really rustic, and it will all end up really flat to the egg. We won't leave it bumpy, and it will just look really expensive, and they'll look like the really expensive ones that you can buy from Gisela Graham, but we're not spending the money on them. They'll look really, really beautiful. And then once they're hung up, they're just gonna look absolutely stunning from that centerpiece that we've just done. Literally just arrange that super quick. I will show you all that in the end. I'm gonna do all the eggs step by step, and then I'm gonna hang them all up and show you at the end. But I know not everyone necessarily wants to either paint, and I know not everyone wants to go on and buy gold leaf and stuff, but I know a lot of people, you can get these really easily. If I brought them in, where have I put those? Right, one sec, I think I've left them in the shed, so I'm gonna quickly go and grab them quickly now. Sorry about that, I'm very windswept. Like I say, it's so windy outside. So I've just got some gold push pins. You can get these from the pound shop. I've shown you this hack so many times before on autumn wreaths, and you know, like to do your pumpkins. Oh, sort my windsweptness out. So another way that you can get the gold look without having to spend on getting gold leaf is literally, because they're polystyrene, just by popping in the push pins. Now you can spray paint these any colour that you want, or you can pop them in all over and eventually cover the whole entirety of the egg, or vice versa. You could literally just paint the egg first and then just pop a few of these in for style to make it look like it's got gold polka dots, however you wish. But you'll end up covering the whole entirety of this. I'll do a few more so you can see, and it will end up looking like a gold metally speckly egg, and actually you've just popped push pins in it. Obviously I have this up away from kids and stuff in case they don't pull them out. But it's literally £1 from the pound shop, some gold push pins, because you get so many in there, literally so many. I decanted these into a larger jug because I wanted to use the little jug for a craft that I had. But I think it was my little spice jar that broke actually as a little replacement, because I found out it's the same size jar. I just decanted these, but you do get a lot. And pop them all in. And then what I'll do is I'll just do a little bit of music overlay, I think, and then I'll paint all the eggs and then show you the end. But it's such a lovely little therapeutic craft, and you can obviously do this with the kids, you can decorate with the kids, you can decoupage these eggs if you want to. I just feel there's so many different options that you can do with these eggs. You can even make little splatters, so if you want to get the splattered effect, dip your toothbrush in like whatever colour you want the splatters in, and just, not your toothbrush that you're going to use, an old toothbrush obviously, and then flick the toothbrush and the paint just flicks at the egg and it makes a speckled effect. I have shown all these sort of ideas on my channel before, so it's really difficult to show you things without, you know, the ones that have already watched my videos, without just showing you the same stuff again and again. But then I know that a lot of new people don't watch the older videos, so you know, and some of them are really cool little hacks to show you. So what you'll do is you'll start to get this effect all over the egg, and it will look absolutely beautiful. So I'll probably do a couple of the eggs like this, and then I'll do a couple of the eggs painted and in the flock, and they're going to look gorgeous. We'll hang them from the twigs and they'll be really beautiful. You could even just paint them plain white and they'd look really lovely on that tree. But this is the part, I suppose I'll speed this up with a little bit of music, and yeah, we get in. Gravel beyond all. So as you can see, it looks really beautiful. These look really, really, really expensive. You could pop these in like a bowl on a table and have these as really gorgeous little eggs. You won't get them as beautiful as this, as cheap as this anywhere. And it is like metal, because obviously it's really solid because it's just covered. It's really beautiful to get them like this. It's rain, beauty in the mundane. And as the light startled our eyes, we let go of disguise. In the air, and a sparkly shimmer on our skin, restoring everything within. Oh. And here is the final result. I have painted a few extra little eggs just in the beige, because I thought I might break it up. Actually, I really love just the golds, so I'm gonna share it with you now. How absolutely beautiful has this been? Like, honestly, it will cost you a couple of pounds to make, under £5. It's like a beautiful centrepiece, and honestly, I reckon you're gonna get so many people ask about this. I've just tidied up my crafting station, and I thought I would show you a little close-up of the tree, because I just think it looks so
so cute.
So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, guys. I am obviously doing a craft every single Wednesday, back to my scheduling again. So that's why I'm doing kind of like one craft each week. So I know I'm gonna have enough time to do them while Albert's napping. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, guys. I've been Rosie Henshaw. See you later, take care, bye.